Hey guys, today I'm going to show you my look-PLL tutorial. The first case in look-PLL is when you have these, which are headlights. And headlights are basically two corners with the same color, red and red. So bring the headlights to the left and then do this algorithm. I'm going to break it down for you. So the algorithm is this: R, U, R prime, U prime. Then after that, insert it with R prime, F, R, F prime. Then after that, take this block out, put this pair in here, then insert it back in. But before you do that, do a U prime, then insert it. And now you can move on to the second part of PLL. But there is one more case before you move on to the second part of PLL. And you may get this case or you may get the previous case for the first part of look-PLL. So this case is basically the opposite of the last case, where there are no headlights instead of headlights. And you can hold it in any position you want. So we're basically going to do the last algorithm kind of in reverse. So first, we're going to take this block out, and then we're going to take this pair out and put it right here. And then we're going to do a U prime, and then put the pair back where it came from. And then after that, we're going to do R, U, R prime, U prime, and then insert it with R prime, F, R, F prime. And now you can move on to the second part of PLL. This first case is when you have three edges that need to be cycled and one solved side like this. And basically, this case, you want to have the solved side at the back, or the solved bar like that. And you'll see these three that need to be cycled and end up in different positions. So you will see that this one on the right needs to go to the left, or you can call that clockwise. And the algorithm goes like this. So first, we're going to take this out with R, U prime, this pair out and put it here. Then we're just going to do two moves two times. R, U, R, U. And then after that, we're going to do R, U prime, and then R prime, U prime, and obviously just R2. So this case is very similar to the last case, except that this one needs to go here instead of this one needing to go here. And you still have to hold the solved one at the back. And the algorithm for this goes like this: R2, U, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime. And before I move on to the next case, I want to tell you something. Instead of doing this algorithm that I just did, if you don't want to learn an algorithm, you can do the reverse of the previous case and with your left hand, and that will end up solving this case as well. So yeah, now let's move on. So this case is basically when four opposite edges need to swap. Blue to green, red to orange, and so on. And so you can hold it at any angle, and then when you do the M moves required in this algorithm and the next, push up like this. And we'll only be using the pushing up motion, and we won't be using the other motion, which is like this, the pushing down. So we'll be only using M prime, which is the pushing up. And so hold it at any angle, then do this algorithm. M2, then here you can do U or U prime. But you have to use the same exact move as you did now for the next u prime or u in this algorithm. So I'm going to use u prime, then after that m2, then u2, then m2, then now I'm going to use u prime because I used u prime earlier, and then m2. I like to use u primes because I can do one with the right hand and then the other with the left hand. Like, it's very fast, and because m and then u is kind of slow. So yeah, that's my personal preference. So for this last case, there are 4 edges that need to be swapped with the color that is next to them. So blue is next to red and green is next to orange, as an example. And before you do the algorithm, make sure that the color, the edge on front, needs to swap with the edge on the left. So orange needs to go right here with the oranges, and green needs to go with the greens. And so this needs to go to the left right here. And then do the algorithm, which goes like this. M2, then you can do U or U prime like the last algorithm. U prime, M2, U prime, M prime, U2, M2, U2, M prime, and you might have to do a little, move after, but yeah, that's it for this video, and I'll see you next time. And please subscribe and like, because I work so hard on this video.